Okay, hi everyone. So, today I'm going to be talking about Black Barbie, which is, what I collect. I was going to do like a brief history of it, but I'll keep that part very brief and just talk about my passion for Barbie, particularly Black Barbie, why I collect it, my favorite Black Barbie designers, and some of my favorite dollies. So I'll kind of start with like the beginning of Black Barbie, which was Christie, like back in 1968. They said Mattel created Black Barbie as like, an alliance basically to the civil rights movement, which I think is awesome. But the thing is that Christie to me is not very pretty. She's not a very good looking doll. And here's like one of the first ones designed by Carol Sprenshaw. I think it's called like Live Action Christie. Here she is right here. Like I said, she's not one of my favorite. Like the 60s and like 50s Barbies aren't the prettiest to me. Now there's some that's really pretty and there's some aren't. So I brought some of the older ones that I have, which are like the 80s Barbies. So this is like the, that popular one. What do they call this?
Great Shapes.
Great Shape. This is the African American, and this is Super Hair, African American Barbie.
I've never seen it.
Now this isn't Christie, this is just the regular Barbie. Barbie, the African American version, came out in 1980, which I feel is much prettier. Here she is right here. This is the reproduction doll. And this one was designed by Kitty Black Perkins, who's my favorite Barbie designer. Here she is right here. And it says on the back, which little girl didn't grow up with her own very special Barbie doll? Beautiful, stylish, always on trend, this was the doll you wanted more than any other Barbie. My favorite Barbie collection returns with the beloved Barbie. Now this was like when they did like the 50th anniversary dolls, and they came out with all the reproduction dolls. And so they says, one cherished Barbie is the 1980s Black Barbie doll. Although Christie premiered in 1968, this was the first African American Barbie. The reproduction remains faithful to the original, sporting an afro and dressed in a recreation of the opulent red gown with gold embellishments. A second 80s reproduction fashion is included along with 3 collector cards and a reproduction booklet. So yeah, this is one of my favorites, one of my most cherished dolls. What I like about this doll, I think the dress should have been hot pink. I think that would have been prettier.
You are a pink person.
But I mean, she's very pretty. Now when she came out, there was a little bit of controversy about the Black Barbie, that used the same face sculpt as the Caucasian doll. I don't have a problem, we all have nose and lips. I don't think the Caucasian one, her lips is like not too pointy or no, not too small with her nose or whatever. But a lot of people had problems with it. So when Kitty Black Perkins came along, she helped make a lot of different face molds. She actually had her own Shawnee doll line, which James is gonna do his presentation on, but he never did. So this isn't a Shawnee doll, but this is the Shawnee doll face sculpt. It's not a Shawnee doll. This is the Shawnee doll face sculpt because when Kitty Black Perkins created her own doll line, Mattel still owned the rights to the sculpts and the bodies, and so they still continue to use Shawnee doll faces today. So this is Shawnee's face. This one's Michelle's, but this was actually designed by Kitty Black Perkins too. This is actually Kitty Black Perkins on the back. I love her. I love her work. I actually had a lot of Kitty Black Perkins dolls. When I was a child, I didn't even know. Like this one right here, I actually had as a doll, little girl. And then I rebought her as an adult, and she was designed by Kitty Black Perkins because I saw her in the documentary on Netflix, which is really good if you haven't seen it. I forget what it's called, but it's called The Toys That Made Us. The Barbie episode, I don't know if you've seen it, but watch it, it's so good. And then this one is Tangerine Twist design, and that's the Michelle face sculpt. And then when I decided to become like an official Black Barbie collector, I was like 19. I was always like really super passionate about Barbie and always knew I wanted a huge collection. So when I got my first credit card, I was like, this was the one I wanted. As my first Generations of Junior, I felt like she was a staple to becoming a Barbie collector. Just because she represented all of the Barbies, and right here is, the Black Barbie. But I feel like she's so beautiful. I actually had the catalogs for many, many years, even before I became a collector. And I remember when this doll first came out, I just thought she was so amazing. And I also got this shirt too. When I first decided to become a collector from the Barbie website, I got this one from eBay. And then some of my favorites right here. I don't have like the Moschino and the Totally Hair Barbie with me, but they're also my favorites. This is Jai. Now, I don't know if anybody's aware of the Mycene dolls. They were competition for brat dolls. So they have like the brat's faces but a regular Barbie body. This is Jai right here. She's like one of the only like Mycene dolls that looks like this. Like the rest of the African American Mycene dolls are like lighter skin and they have big curly hair. That's Madison. Jai was the only one made. So this doll was like the most expensive Mycene doll ever. So she was like, for me, $109. And then this one, I believe, is the 45th anniversary, but I'm pretty sure, could somebody look at her and tell me? Pretty sure it's 45th.
Yes.
45th anniversary Barbie. I just think she's so beautiful because she's an homage to the original Barbie that came out, so I had to bring her. I love her outfit. She's fun to photograph because she's so sparkly. And this one is actually a holiday Barbie doll that I redressed in this little sexy outfit. It's just so pretty. But I really want her hair done. But I really want her hair done again. So I think I might ask you, Phyllis, if you could do her hair because I messed it up. I took her out and took some pictures of her. And then right here I have some like little black Barbie like memorabilia. So these are like the Pops and the Pop Funkos or whatever. And then this is just like those little cards that they had back in the day, you know, those little collector cards, like Pokemon cards, but for Barbies. And then like I collect Barbie memorabilia, but specifically black Barbie memorabilia. So this is like an eyeshadow palette. I have more stuff at home. I didn't feel like bringing it all though. It's like way too much. And then I have like catalogs, you know, cute stuff in it. And then here's a really nice picture I got. Could you like imagine having this like blown up and framed in your home? Like, you know, pretty. And then I'm also a huge fan of music and like pop stars who like do like the Barbie image. So one of my favorite like artists was like Lil' Kim when I was a child, but I was way too young for her. So Nicki Minaj came out and she like did the whole Barbie thing for many, many years. I actually have a custom made Nicki Minaj Barbie doll, which I paid $60 for it, which I love her. I was thinking about getting another one. This is actually a Mycene doll though too. And then this whole magazine is kind of dedicated to Nicki Minaj. She did like a like photo shoot like inspired by Barbie dolls. So let me see if I can find it. So this right here, she has a little Barbie in her hand. I love fashion and stuff, like I had to get it. And then speaking about fashion, I had this right here, if anybody wants to take a look at it. This is an Italian Vogue magazine. They did a dedication to all black Barbies in this book, so the illustrations are really, really nice. I paid, well actually a guy got it for me. Some guy bought it for me. And I don't remember how much he paid, but it was a lot of money. Yeah, it was a lot of money. And then back here, like I said, I have a lot of black Barbie shirts and stuff like that. And then I went to the Barbie Be Anything tour with some of my girls in ninth here. So I got the shirt. And then I got this Barbie. She's really pretty. I'm not a huge fan of the modern Barbie, but like I like the ones that are of quality. So this big old Barbie head, I had to get it. And like I said, I just try to keep my collection very, oh, here's my mini-me. I call her Kimberly, which is my middle name. She's so pretty, but she is the convention Barbie from last year. She's really pretty if you look at her in the face. She's a gorgeous doll. And you know, that's basically it. I like collecting. I've been collecting for a very long time, and I'm very proud of my little black Barbie collection. And oh yeah, like I said, I kind of stick with the fashion doll theme. I know people were upset that I made a post saying I don't want a Rosa Parks Barbie, but that's because I get tagged like by friends in so many things that come out. I like fashion dolls, and I like to keep my collection fun and exciting. I'm not into politics and all of that, like I don't even believe in voting. So it's like, that's just my personal preference. I don't know, it's offensive, but it is what it is. I'm Nina, you know? So it's like, this is it, I'm the diva. That's my presentation, it's small.
Love it, love it.
That's it.
Awesome.
Any questions?
Any questions for Nina? Oh, Valerie?
How old is your daughter?
3.
What does she think about all this?
Well, she is more into princesses right now.
Oh, okay.
She likes my Barbies and she'll play with them, but she knows that these are mine. She has her own dolls.
Cute.
Was there Phyllis?
Just for a question for the minutes.
the one with the pictures on it, what was she called?
The Generations of Dreams.
Generations of
Yeah.
Dreams.
Oh, she's
Joanne, did you have something?
Oh, do you have any sew in style dolls?
Not yet. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about too, was Stacey McCurdy.
They're great.
Here's a picture of the sewing style dolls. I want the cheerleader. I believe her name is Grace. I like her little outfit because it's pink, and then she has like the glitter on her eyeshadow.
Any other questions for Nina? All right, let's give her a nice round of